ladies and gentlemen, welcome, seriously welcome to episode 226 of Keeping It Real. I'm your host, jackkadis. This is my show, and it's our show. The numbers are picking up like they always are, but it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm in a constant state of feeling like there's progress. And I can't explain it to you because it's like it's almost like I just believe that it's happening. And I really like, sometimes the numbers don't back it up, sometimes this, sometimes that, but I just believe that every single episode, a little bit more attention is achieved, a little bit more progress is made. And you might be saying, progress to what? Well, I'm not sure what, but progress nonetheless. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, I know we have a commenter. The username escapes me because it's not a very memorable. I'm not going to say not very memorable, but it's a bit of a complex username. If you're watching this, I read every single one of your comments. You are the gentleman that or gentlewoman that I complimented for having fantastic grammar. Not sure if you heard that, but you do have fantastic. I think I wrote it, so I'd imagine you saw it. I imagine you see all my replies to your comments. I'm pretty sure we've actually gone back and forth, comment thread wise. But you asked me where I was in relation to memberships, and the answer is 800 hours short. So it could happen, any month, any year now. But with memberships, people are able to subscribe and pay me. And that's what a sponsor is. Now, I honestly, I want to revoke. I think what I did is I wrote a comment to you and I said, well, we still don't have memberships, working towards it. Hopefully sometime soon, the numbers will allow me to open that feature up for this channel, for what I do on YouTube. Until then, I'm looking for sponsors. So I asked the gentleman, how would you feel if you were my first sponsor? How about $1 to sponsor an entire Keeping It Real episode? And then I wrote that and I sent the comment, and then I was like, that's way too much money. How about 1 cent? I changed it to 1 cent. And now here, as I'm talking about it and saying it, I don't think I wanted any money. I don't want any money. But I do want you to be a sponsor. But the problem is, it's like, I don't know. It has to be a match. Like, we have to match. Like, you have to want to sponsor the show. And even if you do want to sponsor the show, we still might not be a match. Case in point, my mom probably wants to sponsor the show, but she's my mom, so I won't let her. Sorry, Mom. I love you to death, and I'll call you tomorrow. But I can't let you be. Actually, she, just very well may end up being. I don't know. As time continues, you never know what's going to happen. Point being, I'm on the hunt, and I'm, it's something that's evolving in my mind. So I wanted to take that comment to reply. But this has all been a giant ad spot, and what it could have been is your sponsor ad read if you were the sponsor of this show. So without further ado, this is episode 226 Keeping It Real. We split these shows into 3 segments. They're each an hour long, so we divide it up into 20 minutes and 20-minute chunks. And the first chunk, we keep it real. So I just want to get right into that because we've already bitten so far into the first chunk just doing the intro. As real as I can get right now, Griffin's here. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you see my nipple?
Dude, that was crazy. You came right when I finished the intro.
Sick, man.
We got to talk.
Okay.
I don't know about what, but we have to talk.
Okay. Do you not know what to talk about? Because I have one thing on my mind, and then I'm going to start painting.
I have a million things on my mind. But
okay.
But the only thing that I really care about is what you're thinking.
Okay. So how I've mentioned I've wanted to change my name, Pimping with Griffin.
You have never mentioned that to me.
Oh, well, I want to change my name because for multiple reasons. One, brand deals. I feel like it's going to be, I feel like it kind of limits me in that sense. Also, the only reason I changed or I used that name was because it rhymed, Pimp with Griffin. I'm not a pimp at all. I've probably talked to less than 10 women this year, and I fucking like if you asked me to like name 10 women, I would struggle. And not only that, my demographics are like literally like 98% male.
Of
So
course, as they tend to be.
I'm not a pimp at all. I don't sleep around at all. And then finally it's like, you know, I don't have a like what am I supposed to call like I've always wanted to call like a cool fan base, like like have a cool name. And it's like what am I gonna call like my fan base? Like this like what am I gonna say at the beginning of, like what am I gonna be like like subscribe if you want to be one of my sluts, or like if you're gonna be like a prostitute, or like it's just not on theme. So what I was thinking is I recently thought of a logo. After I blow up the van, I'll do like a little quick rebrand and my logo will be a griffin, but instead of a griffin, like like a griffin, you know what a griffin is?
Like a lion, sort of.
It's a lion and an eagle combined.
Really?
And yeah, it's actually sick. It's king of the skies and then king of the land. But it's way overused, and so I'd probably change the head to a llama. It'd just be a llama head. So it'd be a lion, an eagle, and a llama head, and then that would be like my logo. And then my name would be, and then bear with me. I think it would be cool, King Griffin, and this is why. This is why. Because not because like I see myself as a king, but like I've like before Pimping with Griffin, it was Llama Master Yo, because I love llamas. When I die, I will be I will have the biggest llama farm in the world. Like I want to have so many llamas that is physically impossible for anyone to have more llamas than me ever in history. Like I will for eternity be known as as the person with the biggest llama farm in the world with like no competition. There is no competition for that. I'm the only one that really wants that. But so I'd be king of the llamas, you know? It wouldn't be and like I wouldn't be like wearing no crown. Like I'd never wear a crown. And I definitely would ask what I'd make an Instagram video about it. I'd be like, what do you guys think of that? And cool fan base name. I don't know what it'd be, but it could be like something, there's a lot more options. And my name is like Griffin Hilliard. I feel it's like Griffin Hilliard. Like it sounds kind of fancy to me. But what do you think? Do you think it's arrogant?
Oh, I like your name, first off, Griffin Hilliard. I don't know if it sounds fancy. It just kind of sounds like a name, and it's familiar to me, so I like it a lot. I don't think that, like, is the entire notion of you changing your name arrogant? Is that what you're asking? Or just,
It'd just be on YouTube. It'd just be on YouTube. My Instagram would be Griffin Hilliard. And then I need to change Pimping with Griffin. And it's either Griffin, Griffin Hilliard, or King Griffin. And I think King Griffin's just cooler. And like, it's just cooler. And I wouldn't make it a big, it's not going to be like, it's just a name. That's all it is. It's just the name. I need to find out a name. And the Griffin, so the Griffin was like on shields. It would be like the logo. It'd be my logo, It'd be on theme with everything. And I could see myself doing a lot with it and making cool stuff, like cool merch that people would buy. It'd be a cool logo. What do you think? What do you think? Is it arrogant? Like, what do you think of it? When you hear King Griffin, what do you think?
okay, so the question of arrogant is King Griffin. No, necessarily not. I mean, you could call it arrogant, but you could also call it humble. Um, I think that it's very interesting, the entire debacle of name change or not. It seems like you've decided a name change is the path forward.
Yeah, I've known that. I never have because I know it's just Pimping with Griffin. It was just changing it because my name was Llama Master Yo, and either both. When I say both of those, I'm not proud to say it. I'm not like oh, what's your YouTube channel, Pimping with Griffin? What do you think? Like it's like it's not right. It's not what I do. It's not. It's gotta go. So and it's just brand deals. It limits me. Uh, And I mean, it was just a funny, silly name, and like, funny and silly was good. Like, I didn't give a shit. But King Griffin is like that could also be like kind of silly. So I'm okay. It's a much better silly than Pimping with Griffin. Pimping is like bad. Like, I don't believe in that at all.
I'm excited. It's exciting. I'm excited.
Wait, sorry. You like it?
I like it. Well, I would like whatever you changed your name to. And I don't want to sound like I'm copping out or like I'm like not taking a stance. I'm trying to take a stance, but it's like there's only one person that knows best when it comes to the direction of Griffin's online presence, and it's Griffin.
Well, what do you think? I mean, you're not gonna hurt my feelings, bro.
Oh, that's a good name. I like it a lot, but there's like tons of good names, and it's overwhelming, right? And I think like I love King Griffin. I think that like it would be great if you changed.
Yeah, I like hearing it out of your mouth. Bro.
Yeah, I think if you
like
changed it to King Griffin tonight, it would be a job well done. But
not tonight.
What I really think is like sometimes we have these things where there's something you've been thinking about for a long time, right? And I think I need to transition. The name of my YouTube channel needs to be changed. And then it's like it's almost like you have to find out what you're going to change it to before you change it, and it creates like a wormhole within a problem, and you can get sucked in a tangent.
Name is everything. It's like, and I have to do it before I'm known as Pimping with Griffin. I'm not pimping. I'm not a pimp. I have a girlfriend.
What if you changed your name every single day?
What now?
What if you changed your name every single day?
You can't do that.
What about legally?
I don't know. That is a crazy loophole.
Or maybe you bypass the legal system entirely. Say every single day you meet a new person and you introduce yourself with a different name.
Wow.
Imagine that. Imagine moving to a new school. You're 18 years old, a freshman in college.
You tell everybody.
Every single class icebreaker, different name in every class. And then every time you meet a person and you go out of your way to do so, you give a separate name. So not only are you someone that everyone's encountered, but no one can agree on your name.
You're everybody and no one at the same time. That's
the only name you never give is your real name.
But they don't know that. It could be your real name.
And maybe you slip it in for fun on your birthday, but no one knows your birthday because you lied about that too.
That's so fun. I want someone to do that so bad.
That's actually, I agree. That's a very fun thing to think about.
Wow. Dude, I came back and I did not realize how much, like, I knew he wasn't done, but I didn't realize how much on crack he looks like. Okay.
All right. Are you going to paint and leave me here to go psycho? Are you going to be able to hear me?
Yeah, it's late at night, so there's no car. I'll absolutely, I'll be able to hear you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do my best to talk about stuff and do whatever I can do to get you to want to join. I'm gonna act like we're in a conversation, and I'm keep on trying to get you.
Okay, I'm down for the challenge. Dude, also, Sarah was obsessed with my hair. I was like, "Fuck yeah," because she was like begging me to get a haircut, and I was just like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." It's been this awkward phase, and
you look good, brother.
She liked my. I've been trying to. Do you understand? I've been trying to find a new hairstyle. I've been so tired of the same old white boy haircut. It's so hard. Like, when do you grow out of the white boy haircut? And also, hair is everything with branding too. It's
when the hair feels good, the life feels good. My favorite part about my hair is my beard. When I had a beard, I felt like a new person, and it was the best.
Your beard, yeah, man, dude, your beard is phenomenal. It's something that will be talked about forever.
Okay, so you saw my Instagram reel. I'm copying Billy, full on copying.
Yeah, man. That I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's exactly right. He will definitely stick out, you know?
I made a big push
And
to
dude,
make my reel about him today, even though I had no real content involving him.
yeah, well, you're doing a pretty good job of making me talk, I'll tell you that much. Fucking yeah, you know, he's gonna stick out for sure. And if he yaps as much as you say, then there's got to be something he says that will just hit the right fucking note in the algorithm.
Griffin, I'm coming to Wilmington. I can't hide it. My podcast guest is Alden Bennett, and I'm staying with you. I texted Sarah. It was supposed to be a surprise, but I'm going to be there a Thursday. Wait,
I did not see that coming. Really?
I couldn't hold it in. I was supposed to like surprise you, like really like I was supposed to surprise.
What day is it? What day is it?
Today is Tuesday. It was just Monday, but it was midnight. It's midnight now, so now it's Tuesday. And
All right.
on Wednesday,
You're not.
Wednesday I have a shift, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'll be there all 3 days. Now I spoke with Rob on the phone, and he was very adamant about like it was almost parental. He was like, "Dude, stay with us, stay with us." And I didn't say yes, I didn't say no. But we are, dude, I'm going to be by your side. Now, I thought of it. I thought of it and I couldn't get it out of my head. And I was like, I can't hide this anymore because you're painting the mural and it's like, you're on the paint the mural grind. So I want to say that I'm coming 100% to see you. And I'm not even with an agenda. I don't even necessarily, we don't have to film Keeping It Real. We don't have to film anything. I don't want to just hang out with you is my goal. School starts Monday. I'm coming to see Griffin and stay with Griffin. But to, you know, if you're worried about how are you going to paint the mural and all, like there's all sorts of things that I can go and do.
No. Like, dude,
Because I'm worried about being overwhelmed. I mean, I'm worried about being overwhelmed. To be honest with you, like I don't want to feel like there's too much shit going on. I already have too much shit going on right now. I had this old lady that drives the bus that uses the bathroom at Jersey Mike's, and she comes to me a week ago and says she paid $75, or she's going to pay $75 to a woman that is going to help her write a resume. And I said, whoa, Miss Lee. She's a preacher. She's got 7 kids, even more grandchildren. I said, Miss Lee, please. Send me all of your what's the word that you put on a resume? All of your accomplishments, certifications, all of it. And she did, and I punched it into ChatGPT and I showed her the resume and she said, "Oh my God, that's amazing." So that I say that to say like that's just one of the little pockets of the things that I'm doing. You know, Tucker Aaron, I'm sure you do. I'm helping Tucker Aaron with his magazine. Right now I'm hyper focused on getting him the right page numbers. Like I'm working on page numbers for his magazine. Because it started off as like I was doing the art for a certain story, then the title for a certain story, then like the title of the magazine. And I realized like whatever I do, I have to make it something that I can actually stomach to do every single day. Because if I don't do it every day, then we're going to fall out of touch and the magazine's going to come out and I won't have anything to do with it, or it's never going to come out, or I don't know. I'm going to be.
Is it his own magazine?
Yeah.
So it's not like a company that's hired him. He's actually making his own magazine.
Oh yeah, I believe it's a passion project. I'm sure I've talked to you about
that is so cool, man.
Yeah,
that is so cool.
Tucker's the kind of guy that needs like 7 passion projects. He's filled with passion. I'm telling him. I'm gonna tell him that. I mean, I'm grateful to have the chance to fight to be a part of it. I mean, I would love to be a part of that. I have that. I have my roommate now is coming early. Tomorrow he's going to be here at 3. Now he thought that I wasn't going to be home because I told him I wasn't going to be home, but I just realized I had to push my court dates back a month because I went to go check but where my class in Greensboro was for reckless driving tomorrow at like 8 a.m. And I go to the email and it says my payment was not accepted. I put it in the wrong details for the credit card and never checked the receipt. So I never bought the class. It's too late to buy the class. And now I have called off work and I didn't even need to call off work. And turns out I'm going to end up meeting my roommate. But this works out because...
Dude, I love you. I love you so much.
Oh my God.
You're coming to find...
Yeah, isn't that going to be
I'm so
awesome?
happy you told me.
Yeah, isn't that going to be awesome? Because I don't think I would have. I mean, I would have been able to, but like, I'm never able to hold these things. I can't. I just can't. I can't keep a secret. I can't because we're here on keeping it real, and it's all about keeping it real. I can't keep it fake.
Facts.
I can't keep it fake. If I keep it fake, then what's the unsubscribe? Yo, a message to all my listeners: the day I start keeping it fake, please stop listening, stop watching, stop
Can you
commenting.
call my phone, please?
Yes. So I have that, I have that, I have that. And then on top of that, I have school, which is going to start up on Monday. Now, a couple requirements for school. I have to A, go to school, B, see where my classes are. That's a 2-part thing. Oh, sorry, I thought you found it. All right, it's ringing. It's a 2-part thing. And I'm very, very nervous for school. I was actually, if today's Instagram reel wasn't going to be about James, it was totally going to be about school. I have a screenshot of my schedule. I was just accepted into my last class that I was waitlisted on, which is chemistry. And I am taking 17 credit hours, which is an insane amount of credit hours. And on top of that, I have dodged school for the last year. I mean, I'm terrified. It got forwarded to voicemail. I'm not sure if you can hear me, Griffin. So there's that, and that. And then on top of, yo, do you need me to keep on calling it? Yes or no?
Nah, you're good. I just got to go back and get it. Keep on talking. I can hear you.
Okay, so I have that, and that. And then on top of all of it, I am still walking a marathon and I'm making videos every day. So then I have that, and that. Now the videos, there's even a big thing inside the videos. As like these are the main disciplines to hold my life up. Videos, work, walking, and trying to eat healthy, trying to sleep good. I mean, these are the 5 disciplines that hold up my entire life. And so within all of them are small pockets and, like I said earlier, wormholes, crevices, asterisks. Now within the video wormhole, I wasn't even supposed to say his name because I don't want, I feel like it does me no good to speak about a guest before I have them on. I actually thought what maybe I should have done is, and maybe I'll send him a text right now because keeping it real, that's the most important thing for me to do. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to be sending him a text. I just want to make sure that we could. We could do an episode over the internet before I got there if you're around tomorrow night. I would say tonight if I wasn't live while typing this.
Dude, that's what I think how you structure your life, if you can hear me, the way you structure your life is what I envy and I really need to adopt. I have no structure. Zero.
It's funny because as I push towards structure, it's like small things have to happen before big things happen. So I remember a time, I was just telling my younger coworker today, this time last year, I was working at the smoke shop. And it wasn't like nothing was inherently bad, like in itself. There was no small detail that was awful. Yes, I ate junk food. Yes, I, thought poorly of myself. Yes, I was, bad on hygiene. Yes, I was taking kratom, drinking alcohol, chugging caffeine. Yes, I, worked a bad job with no W-2, paid cash under the table. And, yes, I had no plans to, I'm not sure if I even planned to return to school. I wasn't, yes, I gave very little effort towards YouTube and my new hobby. But the truth was, like, none of those things alone make for a difference between where I'm at now and where I was at then. It's more of like a appreciation for the process and the journey of accomplishment. Because no matter how many things that I add to my table of disciplines, I'll never quite be where I'd like to be. And that's something that is uncomfortable at times to sit with, but necessary to acknowledge. I believe that there will never be a time when I'm content. And I say that not in a negative way, more in just a factual way. It's always about additions, additions, additions. And I remember some of the things that I thought to myself when I was back where I was. And it was all about these big ideas that I wish that I could inhabit. Like, I guess I'm telling this story the way I'm telling it because of what you just said, which was you envy the way I'm able to structure my life. But Griff, I don't think our lives are much different. Matter of fact, some days I think you blow me out of the water in terms of hours worked and grind occurred. It's just a matter of perspective, I think. That's, I think, the biggest thing that's switched in between then and now for me has been my perspective. Because instead of thinking about, oh, I can't achieve this large idea of a structured life and a disciplined person, it's thinking, how can I feed myself for breakfast? It's kind of meeting your mind where it's at. There's a lot of comparison to be had, and I just don't think it ever does anything good when you're looking outwards at what everyone else is able to accomplish. I like to breathe and live in the moment as much as I can, and I say that, but it really doesn't happen that way for most of the time. Most of the time, I'm honestly just scramble-minded, struggling to, much like how I was a year ago. I mean, a lot changes in a year, but it really not much is different. Like, it's funny how these things, perspective has become ever so apparent to me through the absence of weed, because it was very much this big idea. You know, if there was no more weed to me, then who would I be? And now that I'm me, I realize I'm the same guy. And I don't think that much would have changed, or maybe more would have changed, or it's just out of my control how much changes perspective-wise. And what's in my control is sort of the right now and the action that I take. So it's nice to, split life up into things like exercise, work, school, sleep, diet, and YouTube. Because when you split things up, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes me feel happy. It makes me feel happy in the same way that smoking a nice bong makes me feel. Like, like these are the things that you like. These are the things that you realize and you think about. And like, if I really wanted to, if I craved more perspective, if I wanted to find more, see more, then I would let go of like these ideas of discipline, and I would think, okay, well, I'm going to try and restructure everything. I'm going to wake up in the morning, and what is the exact thing that I need to do in this moment? As stressful as that is, as impossible of a question that seems to answer, let's try and like tear down the fabric of my life and start again and again and again. That's something that I could be doing, but I'm not doing. And honestly, I don't know why I'm not doing it. So it's like I could be sitting, like, I think I said a second ago, I wanted to tell this how I just told it because you told me you wished you were able to have the structure that I had. And that reminded me of a version of myself. But I think it reminds me of a version of myself right now. I think I think what I just said was filled with excitement because I relate to you a lot currently.
I think that was very well said. You made me realize that it's okay to not have structure. Some, I. It's like right now, it's like I live in nothing but the moment. And I do things every day. I don't even know. I don't even know. I have to paint. But that was very good. That was very well said. Um,
What do you mean? I live in the moment too.
yeah, but it's not like no, that's not what I meant. What the fuck?
And there he goes. Hopefully he'll come back. Oh, and he's back.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not what I meant. But like no, like I it's like I've been awake for 3 days straight. You know, it's like I can't. I'm going fucking crazy. But it's like, dude, I would love to I would really like to just wake up and or have like a bedtime routine. No, it's just how you've added like tiny little things. I really wish I could add like boxing and like I just quite consistency. I'm more jealous of the consistency of you. It's what I need. I know I need that for a fact. You are 100% more consistent than me because while I might stay up for 3 days straight, sometimes I get sick from it, or I might have like a really good Yoshi bike series, but then look at this now. I'm getting chipped in the ass, and I got to do this mural shit before I even do it. So I'm jealous of your consistency and how you're able to. You're just so fucking consistent. It's a superpower. Um, I don't know. I think that's what I meant by living in the moment.
Can you talk while you ride? I want to hear more.
I don't even know. On my phone, that. Okay, we
Yeah,
all.
why is this the awesomest thing? We don't talk about this enough. We're currently live on a podcast, and one of the hosts is actively
I
riding a
think
motorcycle.
it's so cool, dude. This is what this. I think it's so cool how I'm live streaming as well. Wait a second, am I? I had to have hit live. Hold on. Yeah, no, like and remember it took me months to figure out how to do it, and it was just Discord. But yeah, I mean, like I love this concept of like I don't think there's a single live streamer that does it. So I think that's what makes it so unique is that I'm able to just boom off a motorcycle. I'm going on a motorcycle, and then I'm like gonna go into the shed. If I wanted to stay in the shed, I could, but I'm just gonna go in and dip. And I don't know. I think that idea. Yes, I am. What? Okay. I think it has a lot of potential. But right now, I'm an artist that streams. I'm an artist first, and I stream. So I'm not really focused on making the live stream better. I'm not a streamer that does art. I don't live stream art. I'm an artist that streams. And when I'm done with this bullshit, I'm gonna start focusing on streaming. And that's gonna take a bigger priority because once I start posting these really big YouTube videos and they probably will get a lot of views, that's when people are gonna start joining and losing a lot of people that I'll be losing. And what's the point of doing this if I'm not gonna do it right? I would hate to go through a whole year and just look back and be like, damn, it's just like the mural, man. If it's not perfect, then it's it's pointless. If you might as well not even do it if you're not doing it. And I think you said I was very, very happy to hear how you said it. Like in the same way that I chase perfection, you do too. And I think it's really beautiful. But we do that. It's illogical. Like you and I both know it's impossible to be perfect. But the idea of getting something perfect will, you will. While at first it's really hard, and again it's illogical. We waste a lot of time trying to Are you fucking okay? Good. Trying to get this like one thing perfect, and a whole day goes by, and it's 3 a.m. and you're still not done with the fucking ginger guy's face. But when you do get it done, you're proud of it, and you're proud of your craft. And I think you're exactly the same. And I don't think a lot of people think that way. I think they should. Where society is like, dude, I was thinking about this so much today. How we're so okay with like being good enough, you know? Very few people think like, no, this can be better. Like they look at it and it's good, and they know it can be better, and but they just, they're fine with it being good enough, because why would you make it better if it's good enough? It's illogical. And no one does that. It's like, where's the fucking passion? Where's the drive? You're okay with being fucking mediocre, and we like congratulate it, for the same reason why cathedrals, like people would spend generations making cathedrals and adding these crazy little details that like a church. I mean, when you can just build a church like that and it does the same exact thing. It's people in a building. But I mean, look at that shit. Like, it's good enough, but it's like, look at what you could have done if you just pushed yourself and had a little bit of fucking passion. No one has passion anymore. It's dead. It's almost dead.
As much as I hate to say this, we've blown past the first segment by 16 minutes. Griffin,
What?
I think, should have his own podcast. That was an amazing bit of show we just had there. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, please, you'd be the first. Moving forward, we're going to talk about real world events. In particular, today, the second segment is dedicated to 2 earthquakes rattling Western North Carolina. A pair of seismic events occurred just hours apart in Western North Carolina over the weekend near Lake Toxaway, according to recorded data. Jeez. The fact that
Say it again?
the fact it's like, I wanted to conceal so badly that I was reading from a script that me wanting to conceal it got in the way of me reading it correctly, and I resulted in me saying recording instead of recorded. I'll read it once more. 2 earthquakes rattled Western North Carolina. A pair of seismic events occurred just hours apart in Western North Carolina over the weekend near Lake Toxaway, according to recorded data. I did it again. I am terrified of earthquakes.
Do you think that was an actual earthquake? Do you think it was a natural earthquake?
An actual or natural? Sorry.
Natural.
A natural earthquake. Oh man, you want to open up a can of snakes? Look at his face. He's sticking his tongue out. Forget King Griffin. How about King Ragebait?
I love that name. I love it. I love hearing that, man.
I do too. It's really good.
I'm doing it after I blow up the van. But what now?
So, earthquakes terrify me. Can we before we talk about whatever the heck you just said about, oh my, I can't even believe I just heard that about, do you think it was natural? Griffin, there's not even man-made equipment possible, other than like a genuine nuclear bomb. And even then, these don't hold a candle, when it comes to actual seismic activity. Terrifying. Earthquakes are terrifying. I personally don't know if I've experienced one that I could actually feel. I know there have been times in school and throughout growing up that I've, been told I experienced one, but I've never remembered actually feeling the ground shake.
Same.
I cannot imagine, if there is particular areas that are densely populated in Western North Carolina, which is, by the way, people, the state that we live in. That's why I chose to pick a more local approach in today's episode, because always trying to be better, always trying to make the show a little bit different than yesterday's show. And this is the headline I was brought and given, so this is the headline that I read. I couldn't imagine what it might be like to feel your house rattling. I'm a little bit detached in a weird way. I think I feel I wonder like what it's gonna be like when I'm at the point in my life where I feel very attached to a location. Because whilst this is the longest I've lived in one place for maybe 3 years now, I still have it in the back of my mind that I will be moving out at the end. And that's a
Hmm.
tangent. I digress. Earthquakes are horrifying. Do you think it's natural?
Yeah, I think it's natural.
Well, it could be, man. It could be. It could be.
But at the same time, bro, dude, I could cause an earthquake. I have 100 pounds of fucking. I have 55 pounds of dynamite in my fucking uh in my fucking shed, and I guarantee you, when I fucking blow that shit up, it will feel like an earthquake.
It's not
Or
gonna cause.
like
That's not gonna cause an earthquake.
it's gonna be like boom. Or in fracking, I don't know how that works, but doesn't fracking cause earthquakes?
Is fracking? Do they? Is that when they
I have no
explode the
clue.
seafloor and search for?
I don't know. I was just kind of fucking around.
I swear,
Uh,
fracking is like they put bombs on the seafloor and blow them up and try and figure out if there's oil. Or is that just when they drill? Fracking is just incredibly invasive, I believe.
yeah, that's all I know about it. That's all. That's all I've heard. Like I'm not.
I'm an expert. You can ask me anything and I know everything about it. It's true.
Why do I have so many fucking red pimples on my face right now? They came out of nowhere.
That's because your face is having an earthquake. I'm struggling to stay on topic because we picked a real world event and we're gonna speak about it, but it's like
I think
incredibly.
earthquakes are kind of pussy, bro. Like honestly, there's never out of all the natural disasters, you're scared of an earthquake, bro. Think about the way worse natural disasters and a fucking earthquake. Like, have you seen videos of an earthquake? It's just like shit falling off a shelf or something, you know? We had a magnitude 9 earthquake, or it was huge. It was like one of the biggest earthquakes like in recent history, and nothing really happened. I mean, like nothing really happened. Did you know about that?
No, and I don't know if you. I think you're just talking out of your ass. What are you talking
I'm
about?
not. You don't even know, dude. One of the biggest. No, I'm not. You see, this proves my point. One of the biggest earthquakes that has happened in recent human history. It was like 8.5, 8.9, and all the countries got this alert, and they were ready for it. They were ready. Hawaii was up on high
Oh, that
elevation.
was a we did. I did a whole podcast segment about that. That was it was supposed to
Jack
start.
shit happened,
It
bro.
was supposed to start a tsunami. No tsunami actually occurred. It was off the coast of Japan, I believe. Now the question is, where did the Japanese? What was the damage like?
Nothing. Nothing. Not a lot. That's for sure. Nothing to be scared of. You seemed like you were saying, like, it sounded like you were deathly afraid of this earthquake.
Me?
Yes.
And what I
Like, you're
just said, or
terrified. You said terrified of this earthquake. It's like, why? Like, why are you so scared of a
wait,
freaking
in
earthquake?
Russia?
Yeah, it mostly, that's why I said that.
I thought it was Japan. I apologize.
My ass knows a good amount then, I guess.
Oh well, the tsunami alerts were in Japan as well. Damage was
Yeah,
limited.
it was all across in Africa. It was all across the world.
A kindergarten sustained damage, and a volcano erupted in the aftermath. The overall
Whoa.
outcome highlighted successful early warnings and preparedness, minimizing casualties and severe destruction despite the quake's intensity.
See, bro, I think you're tripping about that earthquake. Does this help your fear? Like why? Like why? I don't know. Explain it. I just don't understand why you were scared of the earthquake. Of
Okay, no
earthquakes.
one died in Russia.
Yes.
I guess
That
there's no
shit.
reason to be scared, but
I mean, if there's an earthquake, get the fuck out of a house. You need to get in an open space. You should not be under a house at all. You still need to take it seriously as a threat. It is a threat. But all you have to do is you know, make sure everybody gets out the house and it'll be okay. And your house will probably be fine. It's just precaution, you know?
The 2 earthquakes that happened in western North Carolina were described as weak, and no damage or casualties were reported from either quake. Okay, well then this is just I gotta fire. Who was that? Was it the new guy? Who picked out that second segment topic? That was horrible. What am I paying?
Tim, bro.
What am I paying you for? This is ridiculous. I have a show to run here. Okay, I'm the talent. I gotta look like this so I can talk like this.
Making Jack look bad.
Come on, it's like this is ridiculous. I carve out an hour of my day for you. I do it for you people. Don't you understand? How are you gonna
now? He looks like an idiot.
Yeah, you're fired. You're fired. I won't even do a second look, a second take, a second glance. This is ridiculous. Can I get a new topic, please? Someone just throw a new topic. We're still in the second segment. I know we're fine.
You want to talk about natural disasters? Let's talk about storms. Let's talk about storms. Because right now, it has chosen the perfect week that all week it is raining 100%. So for most of this, and in fact, this is a very lucky time because in about 1 hour, it's going to start raining again. And storms are just interesting because it's like, how the fuck is there just a constant pour of water? And then the next week, it's not. And then lightning's weird.
Lightning is a whole different story. Storm-wise,
I think lightning's a crazy phenomenon. Billy thinks it's angels coming down to earth.
I'm not religious. We could talk about that. All right, this is the end of the second segment. If you want to be a sponsor, you could be the first sponsor. Now we go into our third and final segment where we talk about quaintly put whatever the F we want to. I'm not religious, dude. I don't believe in God.
I just don't see how you could not believe in God.
Because I've never seen any. I've never seen it, and I don't agree. I've never particularly.
You know how many things you haven't seen and you believe? Pretty much all of history, pretty much everything, bro. Pretty much everything.
You know, history's a whole different demon because it's like I don't.
You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I don't believe it.
You don't believe history?
It's not that I don't believe it. It's just like when people portray Alexander Hamilton as super sassy, I'm like, sass is not something that is like.
Okay, fair. Adams.
Ooh, good one. Oh my God, good one. Okay, that's interesting. That's
everything,
interesting.
dude.
Because no, I am quick to believe that is how it works. Adams, I do.
Adams, air. Well, you can see air.
You can see atoms.
Nah.
Through a microscope, yes, you can. An electron microscope. I've seen them with my own eyes.
You've seen atoms?
Yes, I have. Now,
well, there's plenty of stuff you haven't seen. What about, there's dark matter. There's there's decomposition. There's fucking, literally everything. Like
time.
Everything.
You can't see time. Time is not something to be
Can't
seen.
see time. So, why else? So that's pretty much to dismiss that there is no God just because of that fact. I feel like there has to be more, because if we're doing it off that, then I think you should rethink that. But is there anything else?
Well, so you're religious. So tell me about like who God is to you and what it means to be a believer.
God is everything.
I think I'm starting to take a bigger appreciation for what you just said.
It is. He says, "I am."
But
I am that I am.
I will never subscribe. But I'm taking a bigger appreciation to it. But I'm not.
Hold on.
I don't think I'm ever going to I'm just, how could I ever, I feel like it would involve me sort of going back on a lot of learned.
Well, hold on. My phone's about to die, but hold on. Wait.
Holding,
Boom.
holding.
I can save it. 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 I can save it.
Oh, today's
Yeah, yeah,
episode
yeah. I
of
saved it. All right.
Griffin's phone's about to
Continue.
die. I was saying, it just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know. I don't know how to, like, it feels right to believe what I believe.
Hold on. All right, talk.
Yo,
All right. Um, why?
I think at a young age I started to think this way, and it doesn't make any sense for me to go back on that.
Okay. Well, Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. Yeah.
And also,
Wait, what?
you believed in Santa Claus. You believe in Easter Bunny. There are lots of things you believed in when you were little. Why? Just because you believe in it when you're little, there's lots of things I believe in when I was little. I don't still hold them. I learn. In fact, I learn almost every day that like some things have just been a total lie to me, just a complete lie. Um, that way is living in it's that's how you live in ignorance. You know, if you're just like, oh, this is tradition. This is tradition. You know, imagine how fucking bad that could get if just because we've always thought this way. That's how things are supposed to be. It would be bad. Um, but also, you know, if you have this idea of like, if I believe in God, this brings all this other stuff along with it. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know what. And by the way, Christianity, I'm not. I wouldn't even. I don't. I'm not. I don't worship Christianity. Christianity is not. Imagine all the bad things that Christianity has done. You know, that's not God. Um, that's just people in a religion. God is, you know, it's everything. So don't tie these like I don't know if you are, but you know, I that's how Sarah would think of it that way, and I don't blame her at all. You know, people that believe in God can do some fucking crazy shit, but just as every other human can. Um, I believe in God, and I'll tell you this much: I believe that I had a divine intervention just like 2 days ago. It's crazy that you say this, and it's because I truly do, and it was because I was out here and I was painting, and it was raining. It's been raining all day, 100% chance of rain, and there's a giant storm headed. So I put up a tarp, and to put up the tarp, you have to put up cinder blocks way up there. There's a bunch of cinder blocks just lined up with the tarp, and then I droop the tarp down and I paint. But when it gets really windy, there's actually so much wind that it's happened before that it picks up the tarp and it actually threw a cinder block over that ledge. And the only reason I'm here today is because there's a scaffolding that blocked this giant cinder block from falling 2 stories on my head. Nevertheless, that was months ago. And here I am. I have to get this done. I have to get that tarp over. And I know very well that you know, the fucking cinder block coming over that roof is is a possibility. But I'm like, dude, I feel very unsafe. I know this is a bad idea, and I know if a cinder block comes down, I'm screwed. And it's on. I got it on camera. And I just stopped. I was like, God, please keep me safe today. I was like, please just keep me safe, keep me alive. And I was like, I just said it. I don't know what I said, but I just said it, and I meant it truly and thoroughly. And I painted and I'm aware and I was listening And I also recorded this, and I realized that it was completely calm. There was no storm at all. And I look at the radar, and the storm has split up right down the middle and is going around me. And all night it did that. I recorded it. All night it did that. And while on one end I just spent all this time setting up a fucking tarp and just for it not to rain. If it would have rained, I could have had a cinder block fucking come down on me and kill me. And I was like, looking at it, I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I was like, I really do feel like it's honestly been one of the first times that I've felt a prayer been answered. And I feel like my prayer was answered, that he kept me safe throughout. And I'm, I don't know. I mean, dude, it's kind of a crazy story because that just fucking happened. But that feeling of knowing that you're protected is immensely powerful, and it gives you this way of living through life that is, I mean, it's incredible. Like, you seriously feel that you can do anything, but with that it comes, at least in my religion, I'm reading the Bible. In my religion, I follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. That is what, you know, Christianity. There's a billion different Christians. I don't go to church. I don't do any of that. I read the Bible and that's it. And I do exactly what it says. And I've been doing that a lot recently. And I've I don't know. And it's hard. And it's hard to follow those. It really is hard to stay disciplined and read it. But with that, it builds your wisdom. I mean, this is a 2000. Either way you look at it, this book is 2,000 years old. When I grow up, I want to read. I want to read the Quran. I want to read everything. You know, I mean, it's a 2,000-year-old. It's one of the oldest, most popular books in the world. Why would you not read it? You know, why would you just dismiss this thing that's been around for thousands of years? Our society, whether you're Christian or not, is based off of that book. You know, everybody follows those values. But whatever. I don't know. And I do feel like and I feel God. I mean, God, like I said, God is everything. God is me painting. God is love. I mean, that's what he is. At least to me. It's like, it's complicated. But do you not feel this like force? Do you not, and like, how do we know that, how do we know that killing is bad? You know? Like, what is this? How do we have morals? What makes us so different than all these other animals? Why do we feel bad for lying? There's something else, you know? That's God.
Hey, that is the kind of thing that this podcast is all about.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? That was good?
Yeah, if we weren't out of time, there's so much that I want to say in return.
Aw.
Tomorrow, I'd like to talk about, with the minute I have left, I want to try and say it as a way of helping myself remember. Tomorrow, I'd like to discuss what I believe it means to imitate somebody, or maybe be imitated.
Okay. You want to discuss what it is like to be imitated or to imitate somebody? So I remember I said it. Chat, clip that.
Chat, clip that, please. Chat. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the final seconds slip by on what has been a
Great episode.
a great episode, a perfectly fantastic episode of Keeping It Real. Episode 226, the last episode 226 that there will ever be. And I say that often. Griffin knows it. But who's to say it's true?
Yeah.
What if I just start over? Like, what if I just say this is episode 1 of Keeping It Real? Like what?
Yeah, but you can't think that way because then it takes away of how special that they are.
Okay, so how do I phrase this? Like, how do I sign off? Like, how do I say? Because like the thing that I'm going for. Like what you just said was perfect. They're all special. So what do I say?
I say keep them all special. If you want to do something else, it will be special in its own way. It is. It's true. We're never gonna have another episode of whatever number this is, and we're never gonna have another episode of exactly the words we used and the exact sequence and feel the same exact emotions.
Okay, I've got it. I've got a new sign off. Are you ready to hear it? It might give you goosebumps.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's August 12th, 2025. My name's jackkadis, and I've been joined tonight by Griffin Hilliard. And I thank you all for being here.
Yeah, I love it.
That's it. Even though I didn't stop, I didn't press stop record.
I
didn't press stop record just because I don't know why. It's one of those times I'm having trouble pressing the stop record button, but I'm gonna press it. Count down from 5 or something.
That's so funny. That's actually great.
How do we do this? Mom. I'm supposed to be awake right now. So if you're on your morning walk listening to this sign off, will you please call me and hopefully it wakes me up? I have to be up.
Oh.
Okay, I love you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.